Hello, my crafty friends. It's Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations, and it is day 5 of the Countdown to Christmas card series with Michele from Scrap Secrets. And here I am showing you some little clear gems, and disregard those because I don't end up using them. I am making a shaker card for today because our theme was nesting dies. So I used this circle set from Brutus Monroe. This larger one I used for the front of my panel. And then I'm making a shape card, so you just leave a little bit off the edge when you do your die cutting, and you will end up with a card with a hinge. And then this is what I used to die cut the glitter red cardstock and all of these white circles. This is what I'm going to use for my shaker instead of using foam tape. And then there's no stamping in this. I'm just using some stickers from my stash to create this card. So I am going to start gluing these together. And what I should have done is when I adhered this, I should have adhered this to the acetate. But I do realize that after I get a couple of them adhered together that I need to leave some room in order for things to shake around. So I will do a couple of these glued together, but then I will realize my mistake and add the entire thing to some acetate. And then I will continue gluing the remainder of the circles together while the acetate is drying, so that way I can trim around it. I am just using Barely Arts liquid glue. I typically don't use liquid glue with acetate, but I didn't feel like fussing with cutting little pieces of double-sided tape, so I did it this way instead. So while you watch me do this, I just thought I would talk to you about this series. So this is 25 projects from now until I think we end maybe the 22nd, whatever, right before Christmas is. So we put out videos on Mondays and Fridays. We have selected 25 different themes, techniques, stamp sets, ideas, color themes. There's a whole bunch of things that we came up with that we had added into a randomizer and selected, when all the videos were going to come out. And then we also have, this is our 3rd year, so we will have 2 other years that will be available for you if you wanted to see those, because we have tried really hard not to duplicate themes. So I will have the 2023 and 2024 playlist listed in the more information section along with Michele's channel so that you can check out what she has made with our themes of nesting dies for today. And at the end of the video, I will have on the end screen the playlist for the current series. So that will include my videos, Michele's videos, our intro videos. So that if you wanted to, if you're catching up and wanted to see, then you can definitely find them all in one place. Sometimes I'm a little slow at making sure they're added in, but I do eventually get them all in there. And Michele and I both craft very differently. So you will have the same idea done 2 different ways. And that is one of the things I absolutely love about this, is that we can have the same task given to us, but come at it with completely different perspectives. So I love to make shaker cards and do those kinds of things, where she is absolutely amazing with 3D projects like fun folds and those kinds of things. So you'll always find a little something different on each channel. So I hope that you'll check hers out. We've been very busy lately with life, so we normally will share ahead of time what our project is, and we'll send each other pictures, and we haven't even been doing that lately, so I don't see what she's made until I watch her video, just like you. So I am just trimming here the excess of acetate off of now that I've remembered to put it on, I'm just trimming the extra off, and I will then get back to adhering this stack to there, so then you can see that's kind of the depth that I'm going to have for my shaker area. You could always add more, rings to have it be a, deeper well that you can put shaker items into. I did end up just using glitter for this one so that it gave a snow globe kind of effect, which I really liked. I will tell you, when I add the glitter in, I put too much, of course, because why not? It never seems like you have enough until you've closed it up and find out that it's too much. So while I set that aside to dry, I'm going to take the full panel circle that I had done and just add my stickers. So I'm adding this cute snow-covered house, like a little cottage. And then there are some snowflake stickers, little ones, all through this set. So I'm just taking those and adhering them around. And then after I get them all pretty much down, I will then realize, wait a minute, I need to see where the actual circle lands on here. Are you even going to see any of these snowflakes? So I end up adjusting them to make sure that they're more, within the view of the circle that shows the scene. Because, if it's underneath where the ring is, what's the point? So once I adjust all of that, I will then add a Merry Christmas sentiment. And again, I put that down underneath the house originally and realize you still can't see it. So I had to adjust. And thankfully, these stickers were easy enough to, remove and place somewhere else so I didn't tear up anywhere. So I could have, definitely messed this up if I had not paid attention. So here I'm just testing this, and as you see about 2 snowflakes. So I'm going to start moving them around so they are more closer to the house. I think some of them actually put on the house so that way they're visible. So what is everyone working on for a project right now? Do you guys make unique Christmas cards, or do you mass produce like one design? Do you pick one and just go with that one? And just because I absolutely love mass producing cards. There's something very therapeutic about the repetitiveness of it. I cut out the materials. I tend to do one step at a time. So like I will do all the stamping, or if there's going to be ink blending or embossing, whatever it is, I try to do that all together and finish it for all of the cards and then move on to the next one. So there's just something I really like about it. But is that something you enjoy, or do you like to create unique cards for each of your recipients? Let me know down below what you guys think. So here I'm adding that sentiment and double checking it and seeing that, yep, that's too far down. So I'm going to adjust that. And once I get the sentiment adjusted, I will then add a pile of, it's just some fine glitter. I think it's from Walmart, if I'm being honest. I will add that to the center onto the house so that I know that it's going to be right in the middle, and just verifying that you can in fact read my sentiment. And so I'm going to do a little pile of glitter, and if I'd have stopped when I first did it, I think I would have been okay, but of course I had to add just a little bit more. And so I will then add some liquid adhesive to the back of my circle rings here, and then I will hold that down. And at first I thought, oh, there's not so much, it's not even going to move. But of course I didn't want to shake it immediately because this is wet glue and it needed some time to set up. So I will just set this down and hold it for a little bit, and then I will test to make sure that it shakes. And it does. And if you shake it the right way, you can see the sentiment inside. I think that it does give that snow globe effect. Once I get it loosened up from the middle, it works a lot better. So it does give that snow globe look, but like I said, I would have added just a little bit less of the glitter if I do this again. So that is my project for today. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you will check out Michele's channel down below so you can see what she made. I am just adhering this full circle to my shaped card base. Just making sure that you line up where your little hinge is to the actual center of the card. So I am just going to adjust that because I was off just a little bit. So that's what I'm doing here, just making sure that that is centered. And there we go. That's the project for today. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them for me down below. And as always, I hope that you all have a great day.